lady from the Washington's 8th District for 5 minutes for questions.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thank you to the witnesses. I remember the 1970s. We had a gas price crisis. We had gas lines, and that brought us gas-efficient cars, and it brought down prices and our need for gasoline, and it reduced pollution, and it was a win-win-win. And we all learned from that. Since the 1980s, the Pacific Northwest has embraced energy efficiency, squeezing every single drop out of each kilowatt from our hydroelectric dams and other sources, and that has resulted in the Pacific Northwest reaping huge efficiency benefits for decades, delivering lower costs and keeping the power on and keeping our grid from getting overloaded. And so the premise of this whole hearing really boggles my mind. I mean, it's really just not that complicated for me or for my constituents who wouldn't want more energy efficiencies with this kind of track record of money savings and reliability. And I'll tell you that in my district, Democrats and Republicans agree on this. We like efficiency. The public utility districts love this. They don't want to have blackouts. It just feels like a no-brainer, and I can't imagine why it is not a bipartisan agreed on issue here. And I say that because the recently passed, One Big Beautiful Bill stripped away these tax credits that we've been talking about today that were meant to help consumers pay any increased upfront costs on an energy-efficient home, and that is not reducing costs. And now we have an administration that is set on weakening the Energy Star program. Who doesn't love the Energy Star program when you're buying a new appliance? I mean, we love those programs. We get heat waves now in the Northwest. Most of us don't have homes with air conditioning. So now we're all getting air conditioning for the first time, and we want heat pumps because they're energy efficient and they will save us money. And not just that, these incentives send signals to the market so that they build more of these and there's competition and prices come down. Like, this all just makes common sense. I also just wanted to touch on building codes because that's really the topic here. For years, the PNNL, the Pacific Northwest National Lab, has provided detailed cost savings analysis for consensus-based building codes from a panel of experts. And for the most part, these building codes, they're local, and states and communities need good information based on evidence to make those decisions. And yet, even that research is being undermined by this administration. In fact, the program that funds it is being cut by 93%. Mr. Hughes, NAHB was an active participant in deliberating these building codes. Can you just simply agree that decimating funding to assess new building codes takes and efficiency standards takes critical information away from developers who are looking at building codes or people buying new appliances? Like, does evidence help them make decisions?
I would say yes.
I would say yes, too. I mean, I love having data to help me make a decision. We're putting in new appliances right now. Our national labs employ some of the smartest scientists in this country, and actually because of this same work, we know that on average it takes only 2.5 years for households to recuperate any increases in construction costs through these energy efficiency savings based on 2024 data. And every year past that, they're just saving, and most people stay in a home for at least, I believe, 12.5 years. I understand that making these jumps to new standards is not easy. I will also mention that there are programs that train those in construction to build these and to be able to install these. That program was also cut. In fact, Washington State has now not had a $3 million grant delivered. So I guess it's not questioned so much. I just really want to make this comment. Innovation is a good thing. Saving energy is a good thing. We're seeing unprecedented and rising demand with data centers. We talk about this all the time, how we need a modernized grid and we need to get every kilowatt out of our system. And it just seems like efficiency should be a place we can agree, and also give localities the ability to implement common sense building standards that will save people money. With that, I will yield back.